This is the next session on CCT based questions on Pandas-I. In the previous session we have discussed one of the CCT based question on Pandas-I. In this session we will discuss two more questions, one on data frame and another one on series. Now see the question. What is the correct syntax for the following statements from 1 to 4? Data frame is given in question and name of the data frame is DF5, having 3 columns, population, hospital and schools. 4 rows are there, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. The first question is display the columns hospital and schools. So before doing these questions from 1 to 4, we have to first create data frame DF5. So open Jupyter notebook, write import pandas. We will use data frame function of pandas library in order to create a data frame, and the name of the data frame will be DF5. The name of the data frame will be DF5 because it is given in question that data frame name is DF5. So take the same name. This data frame has 3 columns, population, hospital and schools. So we will use dictionary for creating the data frame. So for creating the dictionary, first use curly brackets. Key value will become the column names in data frame. So first key value will be the first name, first column name, and it is population. Column. Now give the value of population and see, in this case values of population are more than 1, so we will create a sequence, and in this case we are using list for storing these 4 different population values in 4 different cities, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. First one is 10279871. 10279871. Second population value 12691810. 12691810. 46181110. 46181110. 431967. 431967. Means take the same values which is given in question. Another column is hospital, so second key value pair will be hospital. Hospital, give it the values of hospitals 189208, 149157. So our dictionary now have 2 columns, 2 elements. First element in the form of key value pair is population. Second element of the dictionary is hospital in the form of key value pair. So up to now there are 2 elements in a dictionary, and third element of the dictionary will be the third column, schools. So 2916 Similarly 234 8508 7226, last one 7617. Now your dictionary is ready, and from this and create a data frame from this dictionary. So pass dictionary as first parameter in your data frame function and run. So there is no error, and see how your data frame will look like. So run again and see there are 3 columns: population, hospital, schools, but see row indexes are 0, 1, 2 and 3. But in case of our question, it must be Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. So by using the index parameter of data frame function, you can change the indexes of row. So use index parameter and again use list sequence, because there are more than one values, and take the same values which is given in question: Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. All must be enclosed in quotation marks because they are strings hai, so that's why we are using quotations. So again run, and now see your data frame is ready. So see the first question: display the columns hospital and schools. For this, use the same syntax, in which first of all you need to write the data frame name. It is df5 in this case. Use square brackets and give it the column names. Column names: hospital, and school. So if you use comma between 2 column names, then you need to enclose this inside double square bracket. So use double square bracket. Okay, so when you run this code, it will give the data of only 2 columns, hospital and schools. It is not showing the data for population. पॉपुलेशन कॉलम के लिए डाटा नहीं रिफ्लेक्ट हुआ है इस केस में, आउटपुट में नहीं आया है. इट इज़ शोइंग द डेटा फॉर ओनली हॉस्पिटल एंड schools. And which syntax we have used here in this case: data frame name, double square bracket, and then column names we have written. Sorry, column labels. Column label na, first column label and then comma, second column label, and so on. So when you give all the column labels separated with the comma, so you need to use double square bracket. Okay, so this syntax has been followed in this case. The same question can be solved in another way, in which you need to write the data frame name. After that, use single square bracket and write the column name label, column labels. So I am just copy pasting this, separated with colon instead of comma. Write code for selecting the rows, and since from first row till last row you want all the rows, so colon will be there, then put comma, and this is the syntax for selecting the columns hospital and schools. These 2 columns will be selected, and after that you need to use .loc. Okay, so when you run this code, it will show you the output. So in this case, what type of syntax has been used? Data frame name, then either ILOC or LOC you can use. It depends on whether you are using indexes or labels for accessing the row and column. Within square bracket, first you need to write start, stop and step slicing concept for selecting the row. Here first select the rows and then after that put comma and then select columns. Okay, so how you can select the row? For this the syntax will be same as we use in case of slicing concept. Start colon stop colon step, and same will be used here for selecting the columns. Start colon stop colon step. By default start value will be 0 from starting, means it means from starting you have to start if no start value is given, and then step value by default it will be 1. Okay, so in the first case while selecting the row colon is there, it means you have to start from starting, move up to the end, and step value by default it will be 1, so it will select all the rows. In the second case you are selecting the columns in which you are given with start value hospital, means first hospital column will be selected, stop value is given schools, so schools will be selected, and then step value is by default it will be 1. Okay, so that's why it is giving the output like this. Move on to the next question. Question is display population details of Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. In this case you need to get the data for Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. So again we will use the same syntax. Okay, this one. For getting the output, data frame name df5 dot loc, then there must be 3 rows Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. So start from Mumbai, move up to Chennai, last one. Okay, then see in this case you need all the 3 columns, so you can write colon there in order to select all the columns, and when you run this code, so it will give the desired output. Okay, next question, display population hospital columns for Delhi and Mumbai. Means you need to find out only population and hospital columns only for 2 cities, Delhi and Mumbai. Okay, so how you can do this? Again use the same syntax. Data frame name in this case is df5, then either ILOC or LOC. So before that write the command for selecting row and column. Row we need 2 rows, Delhi and Mumbai. Delhi colon Mumbai, comma, columns population and hospital na, so population hospital. So in this case we are using labels, so write LOC dot LOC and run and see the desired output has been received. Okay, last question, adding a new column density with the value 1219. So same case applies to this also. You write data frame name, then give it the column name which is density which you want to insert in your data frame, and then give it the value 1 to 19 which is given in question. So when you run this code, so new column has been added, and if you want to see, so again write df5 and run. See here new column density has been added with the same value 1 to 19 for all the cities, because you are giving only single value. Okay, so in this way you can do these type of questions. Now see the next question on series. What is the correct syntax for the following statements from 1 to 4? In this case we are having a series. Series name is series 1, having elements 700, 800, 900, 300, 400. Labels of rows are 200, 201, 202, 203 and 4. So first question is for creating the series. So now for creating the series we will use series function of pandas library, and data in this case will be the values, and we will create list of these values 700, 800, 900, 300 and 400. 800, 900, 300, 400. Okay, and name of the series will be series 1, which is same as given in question. So when you write series 1 command in the next line and run, so it will display the series, but indexes will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the rows. So in order to change the index, use index parameter of series function and give it the index 200, 201 which is given in question, 203 and 204. So now when you run, your series has been created. Next question is display alternate elements of series, means first element, after that display the third element, not second, then fifth element. Okay, so these must be your output. So again write the name of the series, and inside this start, stop and step, same formula you have to use, and step value in this case it will be 2. Why 2? Because initially when it start from 0, so it will display the first element. After that next step next value which is to be displayed will be plus 2, means this one, third element. It will not display the second element because step value will be added to the start value. So when you run this code, so it will display the elements, first element, then third element, after that fifth element. Next question, display only the third element of series. So in order to display the third element, again series name, after that give it the label or index, you can give anyone. Then suppose you are giving the index and third element, and the index value of third element will be 2. So when you write this, so you need to write .iloc here also, run, and it will display the third element. And if you do not write this one iloc, so when you run, so it will give the error. So it is compulsory for writing .iloc here in this case, because labels are there and you are using the index. Next question, starting 2 elements or rows of series you want in your output. So for that head function is there, and use that function for getting the desired output. And starting 2 rows means you need to pass 2 as a parameter in head function. So run, and it will display the starting 2 rows. So in this way you can solve these type of questions.